Hello, welcome to a new video. My name is Monk. If you're new here, welcome to my tarot card channel where we do readings and stuff. I almost swore. I'm trying not to swear in the first minute of the video in case I ever get monetized. Maybe I'll have a chance to make money. Okay, so sorry. I just want to say the first thing is I'm sorry I'm late. I'm filming this on June 2nd, and this is supposed to be up before the month begins because it's supposed to predict the month coming. So we're literally in it. So there's that. Unfortunately, my life is a mess as per usual. Horrible time management skills. I'm not gonna get into it, but life is busy, and honestly, I'm just horrible with time management. So yeah, that's it. But how are you guys? I missed you all, and yeah, I've been pretty good. I've been busy, doing my thing, living life, and now I'm back, hopefully. I try to film more, but it's girl, you playing games. Okay, anyways. Yeah, life is lifing. So today we're gonna do June predictions, and I hope you guys enjoy. I on when you don't film for a while, so you just forget how to do this stuff. I'm kind of getting to that point where I don't even remember how to do anything. I was filming this and I was the mic wasn't on, it was just goddamn. So today might be a little bit of a fumble, but we're here. Also, the main reason why I didn't film for so long is because my room was a mess. If that's what you guys want to know. My room, guys, this looks fine, right? You have no idea. For the last 3 weeks, I was climbing over laundry. There was shit everywhere. Not actual shit, but let's just say we could not be filming in this mess unless I was filming hoarders, which honestly I might as well be on the show because yo, it's crazy. But anyways, so now we cleaned our room. Our room is beautiful, presentable, and yeah. Okay, anyways, I'm probably gonna shut the hell up. All right, once again, if you guys like this video, thank you for your support, and I do offer private readings at the time of filming this video, so feel free to message me on Discord. Otherwise, all the decks I used are linked down below. And yeah, let's just jump into the piles. We freaking yapping for too long. All right, I'll see you. Hello, welcome to your pile selection. If I'm filming this correctly, this is how it is. Guys, I'm actually so worried I'm not filming properly because I have to sync the video. Anyways, we're not gonna get into it. If we fumble, it's on me. Good luck editing, Doris. It's over for us. Anyways, these are your 3 piles today to choose from, so feel free to choose whichever pile resonates with you. And this would be your June predictions. So the first one we have was actually gifted to me by one of my coworkers. Um, it's like a jelly, um, like a gummy. Oh, it feels like a gummy bear, but it's not. It's probably just some type of slime thing. I don't know, but it's cherries and super cute. And she gifted this to me, and I was like, "Girl, cute, thanks." So yeah, pile number 1, these beautiful juicy cherries. Pile number 2 is gonna be this frog eraser, which I used to have as a kid, and it's so old. Guys, this is over 20 years old. This is so it's like an eraser, right? But now it's I don't know if you can. Can you hear that? Wait, okay, it's not doing it. Okay, let me slap it with something. Okay, here's a nail file. ASMR. Wait, let's do it here. Literally a rock. Because it's just solidified further. So yeah, this is a little frog eraser. You can actually put it on top of a pencil. It has a hole underneath his body. And obviously I kept it because it's freaking cute. So yeah. Number 2 is the frog. And pile number 3 is this piggy. Little piggy squishy, which also was gifted. What am I doing? Oh my god. Okay, look. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm ADHDing right now. Super cute piggy. And this will be your pile number 3 if you choose this. So yes, whichever pile is calling to you and you're yes, this is my month of June. then freaking timestamps are below. I will see you in your pile, and I hope you have a wonderful month. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose these beautiful, juicy looking cherries, haha. Yeah, I'm fucked up. This is your month of June and all that we're gonna experience together on this journey, which is life. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm unhinged, as we can say. Also, sorry if I have all these like cuts on my hand. I'm just an accident prone person. Anytime I could harm myself, okay, like accidentally harm myself, I will take that chance. So yeah, I've it's over for me. Anyways, okay, we're gonna get right in. I have to shuffle this deck like in half because it's like too big. So I have to split this deck in half, but we're using the Mean Girls Tarot today. And all my shuffling abilities have gone out the window because I don't do anything anymore. Actually, no, I kind of can do it. Okay, I see people do it on YouTube where they like shuffle. Okay, I'm gonna try this. We're learning together. Okay, so they do it like this, and then they're like, okay, yeah, that's not how I went. But yeah, anyways, okay. So yeah, fuck the shuffling, honestly. Okay, let's just get into it. So, wait, is this video recording? There's like an arrow in front of the video. I'm concerned what's happening. Oh my god, I'm really worried. Okay, anyways, I hope this is recording because we know we're not doing it twice. All right, so month of June, pile number 1. What's gonna happen for y'all? Oh, okay, we got it. The High Priestess. I love her. Ace of Wands reverse and the 7 of Knives. Sorry, swords. Learning, by the way. Okay, yeah, I'm really good at tarot, clearly. So, yeah, your month. Really interesting. Okay, let's get into it. So, your first card, sorry, why do I keep saying sorry? I sound so Canadian today. 7, sorry, High Priestess in upright. Oh, okay, so if you guys know the Mean Girls movie, so this was in the scene. She was like, I'm like psychic. It's gonna rain. And then she something about her boobs telling her it's gonna rain, and then she's like, well, I only know when it happens. It's fucking dumb. I love her. Anyways, so yeah, she's psychic like me. I'm just kidding, I'm not actually psychic, I'm joking, guys. But yeah, so I think in the beginning of June, which is now, if you're watching this, it's gonna be like you're still in your own energy. Like, okay, this is gonna sound so weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna go on a little bit of a tangent as we do here. So when I do these videos, I'll kind of like take a break from them and then I'll watch them myself. Like I'll watch like if I was a viewer. So I'll be like judging my own content. It's honestly horrible. And I'll pick a pile for myself from my own video. So then I'll pick the pile and then like I'm not even kidding, guys. I don't know if it's just like me just like thinking this is my life or what, but like usually the pile that I pick actually aligns with what happens in my month. Like my month of May was literally that pile. It was insane. So anyways, and at the end of the May prediction, at least for me, like the pile I picked was the High Priestess as my like end of the month card. And then now I honestly, if I had to pick, I would have picked this pile, as I'm just gonna say. Now at the beginning of the month is still High Priestess. It's starting off with High Priestess. So I'm just kind of like it's all kind of going into place. I don't know. I'm just thinking this stuff is interesting. But yeah. If you guys picked pile number 3 last month, then this is like gonna start aligning with y'all. Anyways, sorry for the tangent, but like I just thought I should tell you that sometimes these predictions scare me. Okay, so beginning of the month, once again, High Priestess. I think you're aligning with your own energy. You're definitely like very grounded and balanced, and I don't think you're letting anybody kind of get in your way in terms of fucking with your alignment. And if that doesn't make sense, basically what it means is like you're in your own space, and like if someone's trying to fuck with you, you're just like nope, like whatever happens to you, like you're not letting it get you down. Like you're just kind of like yeah, okay, like you're reacting in a way that's like in your best interest. Like obviously you're not the type to stoop down to like people's level if it's like something is negatively impacting you. You're just like, I'm just gonna do what I can and like hold my fucking place and hold my head up and just, we're gonna power through. And that's how I'm feeling with the high priestess, is because you're also getting the sense like your intuition at the beginning of the month is on high alert. So you are like getting signals, you're getting freaking gut feelings. You're just like, you just kind of know something's brewing and you're just not like messing with that. You're just like, I'm gonna do my own thing. And High Priestess is like, she knows things are happening, but she's not about to like cause a scene with it, if that makes sense. So I think in the beginning month, you're definitely in your own element and you're really following your feelings. So if you've been having dreams or you've been getting messages or you've been just like something feels off, like I really would encourage you to follow that feeling, because if you feel like something is off, 9 times out of 10, I feel like there's a reason why. That's just me though. But I'm just a very like intuitive person. I follow my gut all the time. Like I can usually tell someone's upset with me and they usually are. So yeah, yay. All right, so the middle of the month is the Ace of Wands, but you have it in reverse. I'm just gonna hold it up right for you guys so you can look at the imagery. Um, this is interesting. So usually Ace of Wands, it's like passion card. It's like igniting a new idea. It's like, oh my god, like there's something that is bursting and something that is like coming into fruition, and it's like the very beginning because aces are ones and ones are like the first card. But I'm looking at the imagery of this deck and it's interesting because I see that it looks like the group of friends, like they're plotting something, especially okay. Also, I found out this girl's name is Janice. I don't know why I didn't know her name before, but her name is Janice. Janice is like, she's like literally writing into her death note. She's just like, yo, who's on the list, right? So they're plotting revenge, and this is like in the movie when they were gonna get revenge on Regina, which they totally did. So I think for you, like I'm gonna kind of take the imagery into account. There's something where oh fuck, okay. I kind of want to say this, so I don't want to like okay, it's either you or somebody in your life or friends in your life, or it's just like there's somebody who is like they have an idea, but I feel like their intentions in order to execute the plan are not gen like sorry, in their highest regard, if that makes any sense. So basically what I'm trying to say is like pretend you or somebody in your life has like an idea or plan that they want to put into place, but the issue is that they're not doing it in a way that is, I guess, morally correct or like aligning with their values. So it's kind of like my mindset is like those get rich quick schemes. Not saying you guys are doing that, but it's just kind of like, okay, if you want to achieve your goal or you have an idea and you want to manifest it or you want to go forth with your plan, you have to kind of like do the grunt work. Like you can't just cut corners and you can't just be like, yeah, so if I skip this and I just do this, it'll just be like that. Okay, my example is like, okay, pretend you want a nice booty. You're like, okay, summer's coming up. My ass is flatter than a tire, so let's get the BBL surgery. And after I get the BBL, like we're all high sailing from here. No, it's not. Like you have to literally work for it. So like even if you can just take the shortcut and just like get that BBL and be like, yo, I look like Kim Kardashian from like 2020. I mean, at the end of the day, like it's not. I'm not trying to like talk bad about BBLs. By the way, like I mean, do you, girl? But like to me, it's like okay, like it don't look that good. Also, like you're not gonna maintain it because you never did anything to get that, and also like when versus like if you actually like work hard by working out or like eating well and just like actually building the muscle, then it's just first of all it looks better. Second of all, you can maintain it better because you actually know how to get it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm sorry, this is a horrible freaking example. But yeah, whatever it is for you or someone in your life, I think if you have a goal, like do not take the shortcut. Also do not do something to be vengeful and do not do something just to like one up somebody, if that makes sense. So just just be like, okay, I'm doing it for me. Like, I don't care if you see me do this, or I don't care if I get recognition. Like, I'm literally doing it because I want to, and it's for my highest regard, and it's like gonna myself build me up into a better person, or I'm gonna help somebody because I genuinely want to help somebody. Not just, oh, I'm doing this to like show off, or I'm doing this to get back at my ex, or whatever this is, guys. Like, I think you guys just need to like make sure that you're doing stuff out of your highest regard in the most authentic way, if that makes sense. That's just what I'm getting. And if it's not you, it's somebody in your life, like just be a little bit careful, because I just feel like I don't know why this photo really is giving me Death Note vibes, and like she's like literally plotting to kill you. So you might have somebody in your life in the month of June that's like not really looking out for you. And I am going to get into it because you do have like your third card is like literally a red flag. But just be a little bit careful mid-month, like who do you surround yourself with, and like how can you protect your energy. I'm getting a lot from your pal, a lot about energy protection, even with the high priestess, like protecting your energy, because you have so much like value and gift within yourself, and people will see that and they will fuck with you. Sorry, I know I sound like insane, but I'm just, this is what I'm getting, and I'm going to tell you like it is. All right, so your last card of the month for tarot is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Um, I'm getting two different messages, so it depends on which one you guys align with. I'm going to tell you guys both. So the first one is like, it's just kind of like textbook in terms of tarot. So Seven of Swords reverse can talk about imposter syndrome. So for some of you guys, you might feel like at the end of the month, there's something where you're either, it's whatever situation you're in, you're not feeling like you deserve to be in this place. Like you might not feel like you're good enough, or you might not feel like you're experienced enough, or whatever that is. Like you're kind of like, do I even like, do I deserve this position that I'm in, or am I feel like I can't do it. Like I feel like, pretend you're in school and you're like, I got into this really good program, or like, and people are like, wait, you're an engineer, or you're like in this like really good program at school, you're going to law school, like people looking at you, you're like, there's no way. And then it starts to doubt your own ability. Or if you're at work, you're like, you got a promotion at work or something, or you got a new job, and then people are like, wait, you are doing this, but you don't know how to do anything, you're stupid. Like there are people out there who will literally shit on your fucking fire at any time, and you just gotta be like, it can bring you down. Like basically, I feel like for some of you guys, the Seven of Swords in reverse, you're gonna start to doubt your ability because of external factors. And I just want to tell you, like, if you're in a position where you feel like you don't deserve it, like please just know that you do deserve it. And like at the end of the day, if you feel like you're not up to par with the position, there's always room to grow. There's always room to improve. So pretend you're like, I'm in this position right now, but I feel like it's really difficult for me, and I don't know if I can do it. I would just say like, try your best to just push yourself, at least for the first few months. Like really lock in and do your best, and be like, listen, if I don't know how to do something, or if I'm not the best at doing something, how can we improve? And like we are gonna do this, okay? We're not just gonna throw in the towel and be like, we're not good enough, let's just like demote ourselves. Like we're not gonna do that. We're gonna actually progress and improve as human beings. And even if people say otherwise and they doubt your ability, like let them doubt your ability. Like people in your life who will support you no matter what, even when you're kind of, you know, in the place of downward spiral, like that's when your real friends come up and they're like, I support you, I know you can do it. And that's when you really level up. So that's for one of you, some of you guys, whoever this is pertaining to, this message. But for some of you guys, I also got a different message of the Seven of Swords in reverse, as I feel like it kind of goes back to the Ace of Wands in reverse. Like there is somebody in your life where it's like the intentions are to bring you down. And the number one thing I'm saying, like once again, I'm kind of repeating myself, but like, do not stoop down to people's level just to get back at anybody, or like to like just kind of stay in your lane, if that makes any sense. Like stay in your lane, hold your head up high, and like do not stoop down to people's level if they're trying to bring you down. There's so much jealousy in this world. I am getting jealousy in this card as well. And people will literally, once again, shit in your fire, be like, smiling to your face, and the next thing you know, like, they hate your ass. And that is life. Unfortunately, we cannot make everybody happy. That is life. There's always going to be a hater, and you're going to have to deal with that. So just kind of like make sure you know who you are, and you hold to your values, and you hold to your moral compass, and you don't let people like, don't let anyone negative, what's it called? There's this word, I don't know if it's like Spanish, but it's like negative. Is it chuchi? Like, no, it's not. I don't know. There's this thing where people are like, don't let that negative something get you down. So don't do that. Like, so as much as you can, like, try to align with your own values. And even if someone's trying to fuck with you, like, look at this photo. He's literally like stealing her bag. Like, literally stealing. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, you can't do nothing about other people, but you know you shouldn't do that. So like, not saying you're stealing or anything, but like, just doing things that are not aligned with who you are is going to be like a big message. And it's hard because sometimes, trust me, I understand, you're just like, I kind of wish you, like, you want to slap somebody. You're just kind of like, I'm done with you, like, F you. And it's hard to hold it back, but at the end of the day, like, you're better than this. You're better than the situation you might be going through. You're better than the person who's trying to drag you down with them. And do not go down to their level is like my main message. So yeah, your overall message for the tarot before I pull oracle cards is hold your own regard, like, hold your place, keep that high priestess energy, keep that queen energy, keep that like alignment within yourself, and do not be tempted by external forces that are not there for you, that are not here to support you and help you grow. Not saying don't take criticism, of course take criticism, but like from the right people, like people who actually care about you. But yeah, take criticism, but do not let it kind of dim your light. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm kind of rambly. So yeah. Okay. Let's get you a Prism Oracle card for the month of June. Oh, I forgot my tea leaf cards. I always get tea leaf cards. It wasn't meant to be, guys. It wasn't. Okay. Mystery. Ooh. So yeah, there is a little bit of like, and with High Priestess, I can kind of see that because High Priestess is also like about the subconscious. It's about the unknown. It's about things you don't know. It's like so deep in the spiritual realm that you're like, you don't see it in the surface level. Like, you're kind of like, you feel things, but you're like, I can't prove that to you. So there is gonna be some mystery coming into your life. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So because it's like, first of all, I think I've pulled this card before. So this is a moon, at least to me. I know it's just a circle, but to me it's the moon, and that does represent the unknown. And that also that kind of represents for me like the universe is on your side, but it might not seem like it. It might seem like the universe is fucking with you. I'm just going to tell you straight. You're kind of like sleeping at night, or you're trying to sleep at night. You're having those like sleepless nights or dark nights of the soul where you're kind of like, my life is kind of a mess. And that's fine. Like, we all go through cycles, but I just feel like you're in a place in June where it's like there is chaos. Like, I feel that in your month, but like there's a reason for it. And I think there's gonna be like, I don't know why, but I feel like the beginning of the month is like the calm before the storm. And then like as June progresses, you're like, wow, I'm in the shit, huh? And that is fine because you're really building yourself to become better. And I feel like the world wouldn't put you through something that you could not handle. So just trust in the divine, trust in that whatever you're gonna go through in the month of June is gonna be worth it in the end, and you're gonna be much more resilient and strong after. I also get the sense that because there are two pillars, this could either talk about you and another person in your life that you're gonna be going through something together, whether it's the person that's trying to bring you down, or whether this could talk about love life as well, because two to me means duality, which means partnerships. Um, there's something where it's like you and somebody else. I'm getting very singular energy. I'm not getting a group of people. I'm getting you and one person or someone in your soul connection. Um, you're gonna be going through some epiphanies together, and I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where you cannot describe it, but you guys are communicating on a level where you don't even have to like verbally interact, if that makes sense. Just saying. There's something, I was gonna be like telepathically, but like more like intuitively is what I'm trying to say. So speaking of that, let's get you guys a love card. Which, okay, you got two. They fell out like really quickly. So once again, I can't show these photos. They're like nudity. Whoa, she's literally naked. Okay, so your first love card is. Oops, oh my god, sorry. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So yes, once again, I am getting the sense that you might have dark nights of the soul, like in June. Like there's gonna be nights where you're kind of like, I have trouble sleeping, or if you do fall asleep, like you wake up in the middle of the night. And I sometimes get that. Like if I'm under a lot of stress, like I'll wake up at like 3 a.m. and I'm like sweating. Like my neck is all disgusting and sweaty, and I'm just like, I can't get like a proper like 8 hours of sleep, like a consistent sleep. I'll be like, I'll sleep 3 hours and then I'll wake up and get 3 hours more or whatever. So I feel like in order to overcome this, you have to understand that if you keep dwelling on the negative, and sometimes like I'm super guilty of this, like thinking of scenarios in your mind that are not even real. Like I don't know if it's just because I'm a Libra, I'm an air sign. Like I overthink like insane. Like you could like the smallest freaking interaction, and I'm thinking about it for the next 3 days. Like it's really a problem. So like do not overthink, especially if it's a negative thing. Like because at the end of the day, like some things are not even like that deep, but we make it deeper than it is, and it fucks us. So I would say if things are negative and you're dwelling on it and you don't even know if the thing you're thinking about is a fact, you're just like, why did this person not text me? Are they mad at me? Like that stuff can fuck with you. So try your best not to let that get you down. And then in this quote it says new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So like the moment you get those, oh my god, you get those negative outlooks out, new possibilities come in. Like positive things are going to come into your life. And I do feel like whatever you manifest is like whatever you believe in is what you manifest. So if you believe you're never going to do well and you're always not good enough, then you're always going to have that negative aura around you. Like you're literally like that cloud that's raining. Is it from like the Peanuts gang or whatever, where it's like the cloud and like he's always getting rained on? Like you're going to be like that person and you don't want to be like them. So yeah, that's your first card for love. And then you have this love message, which says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Ah, cute. Okay, so whatever this is, this could be romantic, this could be platonic, it could literally just mean like someone in your life who cares about you. Um, if you feel like, I guess in the month of June, okay, and I'm getting it with the sense of this mystery card here. Like I'm looking at them together. I think, and it's very ominous almost, and it's very mysterious and dark. I just feel like in the month of June, especially at night, I don't know why I'm getting so much night energy, and it could just be because of the high priestess and all this, but like when the moon is out is when your feelings, if you have someone in mind, if it's romantic, and this other person you're thinking of, the feelings just amplify. They just intensify. I don't know, but I'm getting a sense that you both think about each other at night. And I will be honest, that hopefully no children are watching this video. Like I'm pretty sure everyone's of the age, but this could also mean sexually. At night, sometimes people thinking up. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, thinking of you at night it could mean sexually, but I'm also definitely getting the sense that this is spiritually. There's such a deep connection. You and somebody else are aligning, and I think when you are going through a tough time this month, just know that like you are loved, you are cared for, and somebody out there is just thinking about you, and you light up their day. Like you are their light. As much as like you don't feel like that, you are their light, and I think it's vice versa, like the same energy back. Someone really does care about you. So I just want to tell you that someone is really thinking of you. So don't feel alone. Like I know it's hard. Life is lonely. All right, so we're gonna do a self-care frog, which I haven't done this in a while, so I'm kind of excited because these are so cute. I have so many decks. Like I told you guys, I spent all my money last year on decks. I was like working 2 jobs, and all the money I made from my second job went to tarot. poor financial decisions. But yeah, you have wow, you have so much self care. Okay, I usually wouldn't take like four cards, but because it's self care, like why not? So your first frog. Oh my god, look how cute he is. He's so cute. Okay, I am reclaiming my childlike sense of wonder. Oh my god, I love this kind of frog. Like this one here. It's like a toad or something, right? Like it's so cute, and they have like the cutest little bums. Anyways, yeah. So I am reclaiming my childlike sense of wonder. So I think in the month of June, like when things do get a little serious and like kind of deep and dark, just know that like there's whimsy in your life and you just need to find it. And for me, it's like I don't know why, but like the past few months, I've kind of started to like embrace my inner child. I know I'm like in my 30s and you're like, what the fuck? But like I think it's really important, even especially since now that I'm getting old. I'm not saying I'm old, but like I'm definitely like an adult, right? Am I an adult? I've realized that like life is short and life like we're always so serious and like sometimes you just want to be like a kid again and like laugh at dumb things and just do things that are not so uptight and serious and so regimented. Holy shit. Anyways, yeah, anyways. Just like kind of like break out of the routine. So like what I've been enjoying is like going to the park and this is gonna sound so freaking juvenile, but like I like to swing on the swings. Like as like a 31-year-old woman. Well, of course if there's no kids that are like swinging, I'm not going to fight a child for a swing. But yeah, I've been swinging on swings like whenever I can and like that just like gives me life cuz I used to always go to the park when I was a kid and I just miss like how free I felt at the park and like I don't know, like I'm just like yo, I just miss like that kind of energy versus just me at home or me at work. It's just like so like routine. And I think you guys should just find your glimmers of whimsy. Like whatever that is for you. Maybe for you it's like used to go rollerblading as a kid or used to go scootering and like used to go play soccer or baseball or freaking basketball or whatever it is. Like do it. Like if you can, like do it. And it doesn't matter if people look at you like why are you swinging? You're a full grown adult. Luckily I look kind of like a kid, so it's fine. But just do it, like whatever, like who cares? And just like have fun. It's okay to like laugh at dumb jokes. It's okay to be kind of stupid. Like I think that's something that a lot of us are missing in life is like life is so serious. Like life is all about investments, it's all about career, it's all about when are you getting married, when are you gonna buy a house. It's like okay, like of course, like things that we are working towards. But sometimes like fuck it, like I could die tomorrow. Like can I just do something like enjoyable for once? So yeah, enjoying that. Sorry, my camera is like lopsided. We also have the I am willing and excited to grow and learn card. So yes, and in the imagery of this card, it's like she's taking the long stride, like she's taking steps. Even though the step you don't have to take like big steps, like she's taking a step forward, and that's something that I think is going to be important for you. Like if you do get criticism in the month of June, which I know you will get, how do we improve ourselves? Like maybe there is validity in the criticism. So even though like this is what I've learned, like even if someone's like their delivery of the criticism is poor and almost antagonistic, like you don't have to take it like that. Of course, you telling somebody like or someone telling you like, "Oh, are you stupid?" versus, "Hey, like so for this like this is how I would do it like more productively or like whatever." There's a way to say something where it's like the same message, but like some people just like have a horrible way of communicating and they just like shit on your fucking cake. So just try to like not take it personally and like every ounce of criticism is to me it is valid. Like I always take criticism even if the person saying it is like a little bit like of an asshole. Like I do take it. I'm like, okay, if they don't like how this was done, like how can I improve? And I'll see if there's validity within the reasoning. So don't be discouraged by criticism and don't be discouraged by the tone of others. Like once again, the tone of others is not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of who they are and their insecurities. So, you're the bigger person, so like grow from the experience. And I think if you do that, you're just gonna be unstoppable. Like you're gonna be her. And I'm gonna be like, wow, I was trying to bring her down, but now that she's actually doing well, like I didn't know I was helping her actually. We also have, I will make sure that laughter is a priority in my life. Yes, so like this kind of goes back to the childhood whimsy, claiming your childhood again. Like don't take life so seriously. Like at the end of the day, like life is like I mean, it is pretty serious, I'll be honest. Like you could die. But just like finding the joys in everyday life is something that I've noticed that helps me. At least it's like for different people, like pretending if you have like a animal in your life, like a pet, walking your dog, like even though walking your dog is kind of a chore, it's like, oh my god, I have to wake up early and then I have to walk them multiple times a day, it's a lot. Enjoy those moments that you're walking your dog, like just enjoy it. And the things that your pets do, like sometimes my hamster, she's so freaking clownish, and it's just like the smallest things makes me laugh, and it's just like laughing at dumb things is fine, and just like remembering that life doesn't always have to be like the biggest pivotal moment. It could just be like another day, and we are okay with just laughing at the dumb things, especially like laughing at yourself. I feel like that's the best. Laughing at your own downfall, sometimes it's like maybe it's just self-deprecating humor, which is something I'm used to. Sometimes it's just like therapy to just like not take yourself so seriously, because we all make mistakes, and nothing is worse in my opinion than being with somebody or being around somebody who cannot laugh at themselves. Like, is there a stick up your ass? But yeah, laughing is going to be important for this month. And then your last self-care card is I am worth. Wait, I can't read. Okay, I am as worthy of my dreams as everyone else. So yes, definitely imposter syndrome with your 7 of Swords in reverse. You are like whatever you are in life, like don't downplay your accomplishments. I think a lot of us do that. Like the moment we get like a promotion or we get accepted into a program or whatever, it doesn't have to be the biggest thing. Like we finally mastered, like for me it's like for I'm bad at it now, but like at the time I was like learning how to shuffle the cards. Like that's something that like we need to celebrate. Like small wins is like going to be a theme as well. Like, and don't let anybody dim your light is also what I'm getting with this, and knowing that the reason you're here at this point is because you deserve it. And if you feel like you could improve, then there's always room to improve. Fine, that's fine. Like if you feel like you're not that good and you got promoted and there's so much more you have to learn, then learn it. Like it's fine. Take your time to learn it and improve yourself, but do not think you're not good enough and you just go back. Because the whole point of life is to grow and evolve. So just know that you are worthy, and if anyone tries to tell you otherwise, like unless they're here to like actually help you grow, it's not your issue. It ain't your issue, girl. But yeah, guys, okay, let's get you an angel number and then I think I'm gonna wrap it up. But yeah, guys, so far your month of June is, it just seems like you need to know your self-worth and just know that you are deserving of nice things, and do not let external factors bring you down is like what I'm getting. Because at the end of the day, you are literally, like we all are human, we're all growing, we don't know, like no one's perfect, like everyone's still trying to figure out what the hell's going on in their life. And just know that just because you don't know, it doesn't mean it's like a bad thing. Okay, so your angel number is 574, which says different approach. Break it down. Change your perspective on a present problem you are facing. You can break it down into smaller parts to avoid being overwhelmed. Take a step back today from the actual problem and see it as a whole. Then break it down into manageable parts. So there is probably going to be something like in your month where you're kind of like overwhelmed, like how am I going to do this? Okay, you're kind of like, damn, like what did I put myself into? And once again, like just like the book is saying, like break it into steps. So like step 1, what is the most important part that we have to tackle, and what's the end goal? Like that's how I always kind of think. Like prioritize your tasks, what's going to take the longest but what's the most important. Like doing that priority list really does help me. And just know that like even if you cannot complete every single thing, like you did the most important thing, and I think that's the most important, like urgency and importance, and you can go from there. So making a to-do list is going to help you also. For me, I make a lot of notes and reminders, like so many reminders, and I don't know if it's just because my life's been, it's been so busy the last few like months, or it's just like my memory's getting worse. But like writing things down or like putting reminders on your phone, like so many things to remember, and it's like putting it down is gonna like really help you. At least it helps me like see it and know that like if I'm done, I like can check it off or whatever. But if you're feeling overwhelmed, like take it one step at a time. Like you do not have to do everything one day. And at the end of the day, like what someone said this, there was like a saying like just do your best and leave the rest. Honestly, like sometimes like life comes and you're just like, listen, I did as much as I can. I'll figure it out tomorrow. I'm not gonna like let this like take over my life. Yeah. So yeah, that's your month, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know you're gonna have an awesome month. Once again, I would have chose this pile myself, so like good thing I know what's happening next. But yes, guys, once again, if you guys do enjoy, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I also do offer private readings at the time of filming this video. Feel free to message me on Discord if you would like to book me. And all the decks I used are going to be linked down in the description box below. I love you all. And I shall see you hopefully this month because last month was a mess. But yeah, have a wonderful night or day, and I shall see you next time. Bye. Hello, if you pick pile number 2 with the frog eraser, then this is going to be your reading for the month of June. Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to hop right in. Get it? Hop right in. Frog references, easy. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I'm kind of losing my mind already. Sorry, it's kind of hot in my room. I'm wearing like a sweater, which is like, what are we doing with our lives? But yeah, we're really committed right now. We are committed to the schoolgirl aesthetic. I'm actually really, is this schoolgirl aesthetic? I'm kind of into like the preppy look. I kind of like the look of uniforms. I know, weird, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm never probably gonna go back to school, but we can wear this. Also, I went to a public school, so you could literally wear whatever. But I always wonder if you went to like a private school, like, okay, then again, private school outfits are pretty ugly, so never mind. I don't know. I just like the preppy look, but like my own way. Anyways, we're gonna jump right into jump right in. Okay, yeah, frogs. Yeah, my brain is already jump right into your June predictions, all about what's happening for y'all. Becoming a cowboy again. What's new? Okay, let's get you one more card. Sorry, guys. I'm just a mess. Okay, so you... Okay, that's like so many. Okay, one card, please. Like, please. Okay, perfect. Amazing. Beautiful. All right, so your month of... I almost said January. Anyways, clearing my throat. Okay, cool. Ooh. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna just like note in terms of the visuals is like a lot of your cards are like like one person is like the main focus on the card. Even though I know like this card has like a lot of people behind the person, but your energy is like very like you're the main character. I'm already just gonna say that that's what I'm getting. Like you're the main character, and the month of June is like about you, and there's the side characters. Anyways, interesting. All right, so let's start off with the first card, which is Katie eating her 5 cartons of milk in the bathroom. Yeah, that totally happened. But yeah, 5 of cups sorry, 5 of cups upright. So, okay, just gonna say it as we do. Also, my arm just cracked. I think in the beginning of the month, you are feeling a little disappointed with something. Maybe even emotional, because cups do talk about your emotions kind of running, and she's literally crying in the imagery, so I'm gonna take imagery as well. And I just feel like something in the month of June and beginning of the month, like it doesn't go to plan, and you're kind of like upset by it, and you could be pretty upset because you're crying about it. If not, you're just like down because of it. And it's kind of like the was that quote, like, don't cry over spilled milk. But like at the end of the day, like if you're upset, like let it out. Like I always advocate for letting your emotions out, because the worst thing you can do is bottle in your emotions, and then you become an unhinged freak and you take it out on everybody else. Do not do that, by the way. Um I try not to do that. I sometimes do that. It really depends on the day. But yeah, try to, you know, um let it out as soon as you can. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with the 5 of cups. It could be different for everybody. For some of you guys, it could be relationship related, because cups are emotions. Emotions, relationships go hand in hand, or just something in your life just didn't go the way you expected, or the result was just super disappointing. And this really could go from you not getting the job you wanted to maybe someone in your family is not doing the best. Like, this really could stem from anything. So you guys take it as you will. And my tip for you is like, just let it out. Um and it's hard to say this obviously when you're in it, but like, don't cry over spilled milk is like a saying in which you kind of have to look at the bigger perspective of the situation. And for some of you guys, this might be a bigger thing. Like, I'm not gonna downplay your situations, but for some of you guys, it's like, it's not something that you need to dwell over. So like, of course, get upset, go through the emotions, go through the like lash out, whatever it is, let it out, release. But after some time, like, it's okay to look at things with a clearer mindset and be like, oh, it's actually something that I'm happy happened, or I'm glad has happened, so I can move on from it. Whether it is a relationship where you're like, hey, this person wasn't good to me, so I'm kind of happy that it didn't end well, because I would be stuck in a cycle that is toxic. That could be an example. Or for some of you guys, it could just be like, if it is job related, like, hey, like, maybe you got laid off from your job and you're like, oh, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm happy because I found something better. Like, whatever that is, like, look at it from a bigger perspective. And then I think you're gonna be like healed from it, like, later on. But definitely in the beginning of the month, I think you're gonna have to just go through the experience. And at the end of the day, a lot of our experiences in life are learning curves. And I do feel like a lot of it we can learn from it. So whatever happens, like, hold strong. I think I also do believe everything does happen for a reason. So as much as we try to control our lives and the outcomes of our everyday life, like, we can't. Life just happens, and unfortunately, or fortunately, there's a reason for everything. So I like to think about it like that. So yeah, beginning of your month, not gonna lie, looking a little rough. However, mid month, you do have the Page of Wands in reverse. But let's look at the photo together. So I actually have no idea who that is. Is that Regina George? I don't know who that is. Anyways, I don't think that's Regina George. But yeah, it looks like you're a lot happier in the middle of the month. Like, there's something where you're kind of starting again. So page energy is always like the beginning. It's kind of like when you're still in the learning phases, or the self-discovery phases of whatever you're going through. And because it's like the flames or the wands, there's something where you are getting your spark back. You're walking away from the cup energy. You're walking away from those emotions and things that rattle you in that way, and you're coming into your fire era. So you're coming into an energy of passion, ignition, feeling like there is possibility for self-fulfillment. And I think at the middle of your month, there is like spark and hope again in your life. Not saying there wasn't hope, but like, you're finally getting out of that like gloom and doom energy, and you're like, "Hey, I actually feel excited to wake up. I feel like there's something to look forward to, and there's something that happens where you're just like, yay, like, I'm so happy that this is happening to me." And I will say, you did get it in reverse, so I think the reversal is an indication that whatever is happening to you, um you're kind of like, you have to kind of dig yourself out of the rut that you might have been in the beginning of the month, and kind of accept that things are going to get better and things are going to happen that can fuel my energy and passion, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to, I guess, incorporate it into my life. So whether this be like you meet someone in your life that really makes you happy, whether it's platonic or romantic, or you do something that you find a new hobby, or you're finally kind of like getting back on your feet, I think, in the middle of the month, and it's up to you to do it. It's up to you to take those steps towards whatever goal you have. And I think the page is like somebody who, I always think about the page of wands or just pages in general as like a, what's like a baby horse, like a pony? Is the baby horse a pony? Guys, stay in school clearly. You know when like a horse or like a baby cow, like a calf? Yeah, okay. And they're standing for the first time and their knees are wobbling. But eventually they know how to stand, they know how to get up, and they even know how to start to run. And I feel like you are kind of like that baby calf or baby horse energy where your legs are wobbling and you're just kind of like unstable because you're trying to get back up from that healing energy, which is what you went through in the beginning of the month where you're kind of like, you feel like you were debilitated. But mid month, you're like, I'm kind of ready to get back on that horse. So I think it's something that I want to encourage you to do and like take your time to do. Like, don't rush into anything if it feels forced. Take your time. Um, but I think eventually, once you give into, I'm almost getting a sense for your pile. Like once you give into like slight discomfort, you are really gonna start to see yourself shine again. Yeah. So like it's hard to get back into the routine, get back into the swing of things, especially when you don't feel like it. But sometimes you do kind of have to like take the steps to push yourself. Um, and when I say push yourself, I don't mean like literally like pushing yourself to the brink of exhaustion, but like sometimes you do have to be a little bit uncomfortable to do what feels like, to do what your calling is telling you. Like, you know, this is what you have to do, but it's difficult. But the moment you kind of commit to it and take those baby steps is when you start to see like progress and result. So to do that is what I mean. I don't mean like force yourself until like you burn out. Like, don't do that. But I think you will have to kind of take that chance, if that makes any sense. Like, take that leap of faith. Um Almost trust your gut that like if something is calling for you, like whether it's applying for that job or taking a risk and asking that person out, like whatever that is, like it's, if it feels right and it scares you but it's something you really want to accomplish and go forth with, then nothing's holding you back but yourself. All right, and then at the end of your month you have the beautiful world card, which I think is 21. XX1 is 21, right? And I do feel like by the end of the month, like you're gonna be so transformed. Like there's so many, like look at the imagery, like so many butterflies, which talks about transformation and change. There's gonna be like all these side characters looking at you, and you're gonna be glowing. Like you're literally the main character, which is why like I feel like with your reading, like this is your month. Like June is your month of like you started from the bottom, now you're here, like literally a Drake reference. But definitely the world card is talking about how there is a sense of like completion by the end of the month. And I'm not saying like obviously your life will continue throughout the year. But by the end of June, I think you're gonna really see the full circle of where you started and where you are now. Like you're gonna see like, wow, I was down in the dumps, I was crying all night, like whatever that is for you. And then I took the chance and I committed and I locked in and I was focusing on my self betterment and I focused on what I knew I needed to do no matter how difficult it was to take the first step. And then by the end of the month, I think you're finally going to see progress. You're going to see yourself transform into someone that you're kind of like, wow, like I never would have thought by the end of the month I was going to be in this position. But I think people are also admiring you for that because you did it yourself. Like, of course, you probably will have, and I hope you have moral support from your loved ones or people that are here to back you up and know that you can do it. Like, that's great. But at the end of the day, like, no one's gonna hold your hand through life, and you have to take the steps for your own improvement. So I think you're gonna do that, and by the end of the month, you are literally shining. Like, she is glowing. Like, look at the top of her head. There's literally a glow coming from her head, like a halo. So you're you're shining at the end of the month. And I feel like once you take these steps, like, you definitely will be shining. And when I do tarot, like, I want to just say, like, this is what your energy is giving me now. But at the end of the day, you still do have to take the steps and actions towards it. So even though I'm saying, like, oh, beginning of the month is like this, then you like elevate it as hell. You have to work for it. Okay, you have to commit. You have to lock in. And no matter what I say, like, your energy is constantly changing. So the moment you're like, yeah, everything's gonna work out, and you just like sit back and relax, but like you never lock in, then it's not gonna be like that no more. So yeah, make sure you actually take the steps forward, which I know you will because you're amazing and I believe in you. But yeah, your month so far for the month of June in terms of your tarot cards, it really does look like an uphill from here. Like, it's only gonna get better. And yeah, I'm really, really proud of you. Like, if you're going through some shit, like, I'm really proud of you for, like, first of all, going through it. Second of all, becoming better from it. Is It's really obviously like much easier said than done, but like sometimes you just need to know that things are going to get better, which I strongly believe. All right, so you have some love cards. So your first love card is surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So for some of you guys, this could talk about a relationship where maybe it's an ex, or maybe you're with somebody now and it's just kind of been like really rocky, and you guys have tried to work it out, and maybe it just hasn't been going the way you want it, and it could be toxic, let's be honest. So for some of you guys, it's time to let go and be like, listen, like, I just don't think this is for me anymore. This is not aligning to my highest good, and I don't think we're growing together. Like, you know more than anybody else if this is working for you. And if you feel like you constantly are questioning your relationship, and you're constantly like there's more lows than highs, then yeah, like, yeah, you kind of know the answer at the end of the day. Obviously, if you've tried to, both of you try to better each other, sorry, yeah, better each other, better yourselves in the relationship, and things are still kind of like going downhill, then sometimes it is time to move on. And I'm not telling you to break up with your partner or whatever's happening. I'm just saying that, like, this could mean for some of you guys moving on from them because you deserve better and you guys are just not aligned. Or this could talk about if you are with somebody right now, that you both have to accept that there needs to be change, there needs to be a plan, and there needs to be action taken towards this relationship, or else you guys are just going to be in a toxic cycle. Just saying. So, new things are coming your way, but if the old blockage is there, then you're not going to let the new thing come in. So, yeah, that's a message for some of you guys. Otherwise, I would say another message if you're single is know that love is coming your way, but right now you have to. I'm getting more the sense for your pal, like, you need to kind of work on yourself before love can come your way. And sometimes we can't really be open to love when our mindset is constantly thinking about the past. So for some of you guys, it could just be like, I keep thinking about my ex, I keep thinking about what could have been, or just whatever. Like, something's blocking it. So it's like, how can you meet somebody new if you're just constantly thinking about the past? So for some of you guys, it's like, okay, we need to release that. And yeah, but at the end of the day, I think you guys will know what this is. But good things are coming your way. You just need to remove the blockage. Sorry, I'm gonna sit better. I'm just like, sometimes I like filming these videos. I'm like sitting for so long. I'm like, my leg is numb. And then you have your second love card, which is transformation, which honestly we've been talking about. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So, for some of you guys, it could talk about the relationship you're in right now. And if you guys really do want to make it work, then you're both going to have to transform yourselves and know that we're like, we're doing this together. And if we're going to transform, it has to be It can't just be one person doing it. It has to be all parties involved. So doing that transformation is going to deepen this connection, and it's going to make it worthwhile. And for those who are single, this is talking more about, I really feel like it's transforming yourself, like knowing that you are the butterfly and you are able to, sorry, you are the caterpillar. Yeah, science. You are the caterpillar and you can become the beautiful butterfly that you wish you could always be, but you're struggling to get out of that cocoon energy. So the metamorphosis does happen and you're able to transform, but you have to do it for your highest good. You have to do it for yourself. And just know that if you do it for yourself, then you're going to be attracting the person who is also in their highest alignment with you. So sometimes it's like when you're in a low vibe, you attract people in low vibe, or you surround yourself with people with low vibe. And that's something I've kind of learned, that like I think this is actually, like, I don't know if it's like a proven study, but like the people you surround yourself with is so important. So if you're surrounding yourself with people who are like doom and gloom, toxic tendencies, just all this negative stuff, it's like it gets old quick, and like you start to pick up on their energy. So I think what's good is to surround yourself with people who are uplifting. Obviously not saying toxic positivity, like, yeah, like I'm not saying that, but like people who are real, first of all, real people who are freaking honest and not just BSing, but are here to help you and help each other grow. Like you guys are there for each other. So I would just say be a little bit careful with your love, like your circle of friends or family or people in your life that you keep close. Like be careful with who you keep close, because that's going to affect your transformation. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Sorry, I'm yapping. Yo, it's already 20 minutes. Yo, we be yapping. Yo, today's readings are a little bit long because I'm kind of in a yappy mood. Probably because I haven't filmed in over a month, so you guys are getting a good reading. I hope you guys are enjoying this, by the way. Ooh, you have a card that's already flipped, which is interesting. So I'm just gonna take that. Hunger. So yes, some of you guys remember, don't skip your meals, like eat your food. I also find that, like, okay, I know some people intermittent fast and do OMAD and all that stuff, but for me it's like, what I'm getting from this card, like I'll probably get more into it, but like hunger for me is like, if it's talking about like eating and stuff, it's like when people like skip the meals or they forget to eat, and then they just like their energy depletes, or they overeat because they skip the meal, so they go crazy and they become ravenous. So those, both of those things are like in balance. So I would just say this card kind of connects to making sure that you're kind of balanced with the decisions you make in the month of June. So it doesn't have to be like all or nothing. It doesn't have to be, oh, it's either doom or gloom, or I'm like so happy I'm manic. Like trying to find that middle ground is going to be difficult, but I think once you kind of find that middle ground, then you're going to be able to like stabilize yourself. Not saying you're unhinged or unstable right now, but you could be. You could be. But I think your goal is also like finding that alignment within yourself for the month of June. And another message I'm getting from the hunger card is the world. Okay, I said this like I think last month, but like the world is your oyster, and I'm getting also, this looks like the sun card in tarot, where it's like you can go for anything you want. Like I know this sounds cliche, but like whatever goal you want to achieve for the month of June, it doesn't have to be like the biggest goal ever. It could literally just be like a smaller goal, which I do recommend making like little milestones in your life. So there's always something to celebrate versus just like, I can only celebrate once I buy a house, or I can only celebrate once I graduate school. It's like, okay, those things are like once in a lifetime things, and it might take years. Okay, those things might take years. So maybe set like smaller little goals for yourself where you can achieve them. And then I think that's going to keep you going. That's what's going to fuel you. So for the hunger card, I'm getting the sense of like whatever you're hungry for. So hungry in terms of your passion, like what kind of ignites you to wake up in the morning, like go for it, like take the steps, go for it. And I think this could be like a void in terms of like it's a circle, but there's nothing in it. It might fill that void that you might be feeling at the beginning of the month. And I also feel like this is an opportunity card, meaning that whatever you want to go for is an opportunity to shine. It's an opportunity to grow, and you just kind of have to figure out what your milestone is for the month of June. That's probably like the best thing I've ever worded in my life. Like, it's hard for me to word things. I'm really bad. Like, sometimes I'm like talking, I'm like, when you say a lot of things but nothing was said? Yeah, I feel like that's me. But I feel like what I just said hopefully made some sense for y'all. But yeah, okay, we're gonna do some self-care cards for the month of June. Okay. I find that with this deck, I don't know if it's just like I'm shuffling it wrong. A lot of cards like to come out, so I will probably take a couple self-care cards because I guess we just take all the cards always just want to come out. So we're just gonna do a bunch of self-care for you guys, because why not? All right, so your first self-care card. I am okay with who I am. I am not perfect, but I'm always learning and growing. So yes, I do feel like definitely in the beginning of the month, like you are feeling a little bit insecure with the Five of Cups energy. You're feeling like you have to be your own best friend. Like the card, like the imagery on this card is literally the frog hugging themselves. And I feel like you're kind of have to be like, at the end of the day, like even if people leave me or whatever happens, like I am my own best friend, and I have to be responsible for myself. And it's hard. But at the end of the day, this is gonna sound dark, but you came into this world alone, you're gonna die alone. Oh my god, that's the horrible thing to say. And I'm not saying you're dying alone, but like you have to be your number one. Like you are your number one. Like you are the only person who knows exactly how you feel at all times, and you're there for everything you've been through. So just know that you are always like changing and evolving, and it's okay not to be perfect. It's okay to make mistakes, but to not accept those mistakes as the end all be all, but to grow and learn from them and to better yourself is going to be like definitely a theme to becoming your highest self. We also have, I know that my thoughts are not always true. So yes, sometimes I think we get into our own minds and we start to mind fuck ourselves. Where it's like maybe you hear gossip, right? So gossip comes into your life. You hear someone talk about you, and maybe like their intention wasn't even like malice or anything like that, but you take it as something that's negative because you don't know what they're thinking. Like just because someone said something, it doesn't mean like they thought it was like a negative thing. And that's sometimes how I get, where it's like, for me, it's like I'll say something, but just because it sounds like it's negative, it doesn't mean it is. And the person I talk to might take it as a negative thing because they in their mind think that's negative, but for me it's like, hey, I don't think that's something that's bad. So I think it's important to kind of like decipher those thoughts and just know that it's not always as bad as we think, and sometimes the things we are thinking in our own mind isn't even true, and to not dwell on things that are out of our control or things that really shouldn't matter, in terms of like if someone thinks, hey, I think you're, I mean, unless it's like out of like actual concern, like people gonna say whatever, like, oh, I don't like your shirt today or whatever, like your hair is all ugly, like okay, fine, like depending on the situation we'll take it as we will, but like at the end of the day, like those things don't really matter at the end of the day. Like, does this affect who you are? Probably not. So just kind of take everything as like information, but you do not have to accept it. And just know that like a lot of the times like we over inflate ideas in our mind that are not true. Like you're talking to the person who overthinks every single thing. Like I'm talking about someone said something but the tone was like slightly off, and then suddenly they hate you, but they actually don't hate you. They're just like having a tired day. Stuff like that. So yeah, don't overthink too much because that could be detrimental. We also have, I do not expect perfection from others, so I will not expect it from myself. So yes, you're getting a lot of like perfectionism cards in your pile. So I think the difficult thing for you for the month of June is like taking steps to improve, but knowing that as you are going throughout your journey, like you're not going to be perfect, especially since you got the page card. Like the page card, like he's like the young baby. Like he's fucking up left, right, and center, and that is how you learn. Like you learn through mistakes. So sometimes it's even better to fuck up because the more you mess up, the more you learn, the more you grow, and you discover new ways of doing things. Like sometimes it's like I mess something up and I'm obviously frustrated in the process, but the moment I'm like kind of like, hey, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't have discovered like a better way to do something. So know that like perfection doesn't always, first of all, perfection doesn't really exist in terms of anything. I say things are perfect because like okay, things I will say are perfect. Food, hamsters, and people that I really care for. I'll be like, you're perfect, you're perfect. They're not perfect, obviously, but like you're perfect to me in my eyes. And like I think you need to just stop being harsh on yourself. So know that like just because you're not all the time 10 out of 10, like there is somebody out there, I think for sure, like even if you don't feel it, that sees you as perfect. And that's so beautiful because we often are our own harshest critics. So it's like you could see somebody or pretend you're a pet, like they're perfect in your eyes. It's like even though you fumble and you do all this stuff, it's like it's what makes you cute. It's what makes you quirky and different and like lovable and unique. And it's hard to see that in ourselves. So I just want to let you know that like your quirks and your fumbles is what makes people love you. You know, it's sometimes like for me, it's like I'm kind of like, from what I've been told, I'm kind of weird, which I obviously know that, and I'm kind of quirky and like I'm clumsy as hell. And like, even though for me it's a frustrating thing I have to deal with on the daily, like people find it amusing. People are like, "Oh, you're like you freaking dropping your food everywhere, haha." It's like, yes, it's amusing, and I'm glad my pain entertains you. And obviously for me, it's like it's frustrating sometimes. 'Cause I'm like, why am I such a mess? But some people out there actually love it. So just know that like your flaws is actually not always a flaw. Okay? Because people can find like being clumsy endearing, apparently. You also have today I will find the sweetness in the little things. So yes, I think just enjoying the everyday life, enjoying the small things in your life, knowing that life is a journey. And even in the month of June, even especially in the month of June, this is like a beautiful flower. Like depending on where you live, hopefully there's like flowers blooming already. Like we are gonna be in the summertime. I know like at least where I live, like the seasons are behind. Like I feel like May was April and April was May and April was March. It was just like all behind. So I feel like in June it'll be May. But yeah, flowers are blooming. Stop and smell the flowers. I know that's like a cheesy saying, but like sometimes for me it's like I like to take pictures of like things that give me joy. So like sometimes I'll take a couple minutes just to like enjoy the view, or I'll take a photo of something that kind of, I don't know, like makes me happy. If there's like a bird or like there's a dog, I don't know, like something cute. So yeah, like take time to smell the flowers in your life, and that could literally just mean like take time out of your day to just like go on a walk, or like pretend you walk home and it's like you always go through the same route when you go home. It's like the same thing every day. It's redundant, it's repetitive. Why not just take a different route home? You're still going to get to your destination. Maybe it'll take a little bit longer, but you're going to discover new things, you're going to see new things, and it's just going to like light up your life a little bit more than you just taking the routine walk. So doing something like that might like ignite your fire, which is something that you're definitely doing at the in the middle of your month. And then your last self-care card is I will let go of self-limiting beliefs. So I definitely feel like with your pile, like you do need a lot of boosting with your confidence. Not saying you don't have it, but like I think something that definitely happens in the month of June kind of like depletes your confidence and makes you question your self-worth, which I'm honestly so sorry if you have to go through something like that, but you are completely capable of doing whatever you want. And I know that like once again, you have another butterfly card. Like you are so ready to transform. Like when you're at rock bottom, like that's when you're doing like the world is your oyster. Like you can do anything you want. Like once you're at rock bottom, you can do anything and no one's stopping you but yourself. So just know that like you can do anything. Now that your foundation is like crumbled down, what do you want to do next? How can we rebuild ourselves? Like this is our redemption era. So I do see you becoming a beautiful butterfly by the end of the month. You are going to be like, not saying you're like a totally different person, but you are going to be definitely like someone that has elevated from who they were before, at least like however many days we have in the month. Wait, June is 30 days, right? Yeah, so by the 30-day mark, you're going to be like, wow, 30-day challenge. Okay. Sorry, I'm like, there's like so many noises. All right, we're gonna get your angel number and then we're gonna call it. But yes, pal number 2. I just want you to know that you are loved and do not be so down on yourself. Wait, 027? Okay, so 27. I've never pulled the 0 like that. So interesting. That is so interesting. Because now I'm like, why did I pull 3? Okay, so number 27. So it says life plan. Align your life plan with your soul plan. Your angels want you to reflect and consider deeply what it is you want in life versus what you think you should do. Create alone time for yourself today without people or technology. Ask yourself what you want and free write about it in a journal without judgment. So, yes, this one is definitely talking about how, like, this is your life. Like, once again, like I said it before and I'll say it again, but like, you're the main character in your life, but also, especially in the month of June, like, whatever happens, like, you're making the decisions to where you want to go, like which path you want to take. Like, it's literally like those storybooks where it's like choose your own adventure, which is something like, I don't know if they make those books anymore, but like used to love those books. Where like, are we gonna go left or we're gonna go right? Like, which bad ending do you want? But yeah, so you are creating your own ending, and I think definitely it's telling you to align to your highest good. Like, even though you could have people in your life saying, hey, um this is what you have to do. You have to go to school and you have to go to university and become a doctor, a lawyer, a businessman, whatever. Like, make the money. Like, that's fine. Like, I understand, like, life is about like survival and we have to work to feed ourselves. Like, yes, I understand. But to a point, it's like, if we have the ability to fit in something that actually does bring us like more fulfillment and we can monetize off of it, like, why not do that? So for some of you guys, it could just be like, I do work my 9 to 5. I do work my regular job, but on the side, I like to play video games and I like to stream, or on the side I like to play an instrument, or I like to take up like a drawing class, or I like to play sports on the side. And like, whatever that is for you, like, find that passion that you have. And like, it doesn't mean you have to like completely throw away everything to do it, but I think it's about, like, once again, balance. Like, finding your passion but also like making sure that you have your practical needs met, but having that, you always have to have something that you look forward to. So like, for people that just go to work and they don't find satisfaction in their job, but they come home and their satisfaction could just be like coming home to their wife and kids, like whatever that is for you, like, find that satisfaction and like make sure you have that spark of joy in your life, so your life doesn't become that SpongeBob meme where it's like the fish looking outside the window and it's like, are you coming to bed, honey? And just like literally the same face like every fucking day. Like, don't do that. Like, that's like the most toxic thing. Find that passion. So whether it's like saving money to travel, so you have to work that mundane job but you get to travel, like, have something to look forward to. Okay, so I think that's something that's going to be really important for you guys, is having that something to look forward to. So like, whenever you are grinding it out, like, you are, like, that's the purpose. Like, why are we doing this? It's like that Simpsons episode where it's like, I'm doing it for Maggie, I'm doing it for you. Like, I'm literally busting my ass off because I love my family and I'm trying to provide for them. Like, I would say try to find something a bit more self-fulfilling, but like, whatever that is for you, have that going on, because that's the only thing that's kind of gonna push you through to what you want to do. Okay, guys, I think my allergies are acting up. But yes, thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a private reading with me, I am offering them at the time of filming this video. Feel free to message me on Discord. And all the decks I used are linked down below in the description box. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful June. I know it's gonna be it seems a little bit like rocky in the beginning, but I swear you guys are gonna have an amazing month. Like, it's only gonna get better. And I will see you next month. Okay, bye. Hello, welcome to your reading, pile number 3. If you chose this piggy squishy, then this is gonna be your reading all about your month of June. Yeah, all right. Once again, best for last, right? Best for last. Oh my god, my camera. I love how my tripod's like giving up on life. I do definitely need to buy a new tripod. I've been saying this for months. Yeah, just fucking procrastination queen. Where are we at? So, okay. So far I feel like I'm just gonna like say it now. I could be wrong. I'm not actually a psychic person. So for the other groups, I wasn't getting like a strong love energy, but I don't know why. But I feel like for your group, there's a love vibe. Not saying that's your whole month, but like I'm just getting the sense that there might be more of a love connection in your reading than the other groups. So yeah, just gonna air that out. But of course, there's gonna be other themes as well in there. Yeah, welcome to your reading. Also I just want to say, like, this is just me, but like my hair, so when I was first filming the video, like the intro and then the other groups, like, so the thing with my hair is that it just never will stay in a shape that I would like my hair is permanently straight. Like the amount of, like, my hair is so straight that like when I used to have really really short hair, I would give myself splinters. Like my hair would be so straight that it would like poke into my skin and stick up. Like it was like a cactus needle or something. Cuz my hair is so fucking stubborn and straight and rigid. And I know a lot of people are like, "I love straight hair. I would like love to have your hair." Which honestly, I'm gonna be honest, my hair is pretty whatever. Like at the end of the day, I don't really need to do anything to it. It's okay. But it could never hold a curl unless I spray like 10,000 bottles of hairspray into my hair. So like in the beginning of the video, it was kind of wavy because I tied it up. So usually when I tie my hair up and I let it down, it has like a wave. And now like your pal, because I've been filming for like 2 hours, like my hair is so straight, it's lost all like volume and like any sort of texture. Like it's just looking doom and gloom. And I'm sorry if my hair looking like ass in your reading, but that's just what I've noticed. It's just unfortunate. So if people, I just want to say, like, we always want what we can't have. Of course, at the end of the day, I'm thankful for my hair, but if it could just hold a curl for more than 2 hours, like without like immense amounts of product, I would love that. Sorry, I just don't know why I went in, but I just feel like the hair is not doing it. Like it's so straight. I'm sad. Anyways, all right. Before I knock over this entire setup, let's do this reading. Okay, so, oh, you actually just got your cards, so let's read them. Ooh. Okay. Wait, I think plastics are cups, right? Yeah, I think plastics are cups. Okay, so I'm still trying to remember what these cards mean. Okay, so wait, is plastics cups? Wait, 1 second, guys. I need to cheat. I need to look at the what we have here. No, wait, plastics is hmm. No, I think plastics is pentacles. Wait, what? Guys, yeah, plastics is pentacle. Wait, I'm so confused. I'm a tarot reader, by the way. No, it's just like sometimes like the wait. Sorry, guys, I'm just like confused. Plastics is what? Okay, so plastics is pentacles. Okay, I'm clearly. Anyways, all right, so let's get into it. So you got, okay, I'm just gonna get an overall vibe and then we'll jump right in. So your vibe of your month, I said love. I'm actually right now I'm not getting love. I feel like later on I'm gonna get some love vibes. But right now I'm getting more like, okay, can I be honest? So I don't know why, but like usually, and I don't know if it's just when I use this Mean Girls deck or just PAL 3 with the Mean Girls deck. I don't know if it's a combination of the two or what's happening, because I've noticed that whenever I use this deck, or I think it's when I use this deck, but it's PAL number 3, I have a hard time of telling you guys what the message is. Like, I think last time I used this deck and it was PAL number 3, it was hard for me to decipher the message. Like it took me like I had to first pull some clarifier cards. Then I finally got it, but it was just kind of like it took me much longer versus the other piles. It was just like very intuitive, but for some reason, for pile number 3, when I use this deck, it's just like it's hard for me to read it. So I might take some clarifiers, but I'm gonna try to read the cards individually, and then we might get a clarifier for your pile. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like something I've noticed. Okay, anyways. All right, so you have the 8 of plastics, which is 8 of pentacles as your first card to start off the month. And I feel like with this card, usually 8 of pentacles does talk about like working hard for what you want, but in terms of the imagery, which I am honestly taking into account for most of the reading, it just seems like I'm not getting that at all with this card. Like I'm getting more of a sense of I'm getting more like 7 of wands energy. I'm getting like adversity. I'm getting like look at the image. Like she's literally like it's her against the world. Like everyone is like has anyone so and if you guys don't know the Mean Girls movie, basically in this scene, the teacher who's holding the book is asking, has anyone ever felt like Regina George, which is the girl in the middle, has felt wait, has anyone ever felt that Regina George has personally offended them or something? I think that was the question. Basically saying like the question was like, "Hey, do you think she's a bitch?" And then everyone raised their hand because she is, and Regina's like, "No way! Like I'm perfect. Like I'm so nice." Like that's the scene. And what I'm getting with this card is like I'm just gonna read it completely intuitively right now because I'm like completely lost. I'm getting the sense that there is something that okay, I don't want to say it's you, but it could be like I'm gonna say it's you, but once again, it could be somebody else. But like sometimes we need to reflect on ourselves, like something that like maybe we have done ourselves, where we really need to reflect on how our actions can affect others. And I'm not telling you to like tiptoe and be a snowflake around everybody, but sometimes like our energy is like it can affect others, but even if it's unintentional, we need to be careful with how we allocate our energy, which is what I'm getting with the 8 of cups. It's like it's where you put your energy is where you're going to get the most of your outcome. So an example is if you invest a lot into somebody, like pretend you're like the type to like kind of you're a giver, so you're giving all your time and energy, and you're giving your yeah, your time or energy, like you're like, hey, I'm helping my friend, I'm helping her study for this test that's coming up and she's struggling, or whatever that is, I'm helping her train at the gym, like whatever that is, like that's fine. But I think what I'm getting is like getting the sense that like sometimes we need to be careful with how we do something, and also if we are investing our energy in a productive way for ourselves. Not saying you have to be like every time you help somebody you have to you're only doing it because you want something back. Like no, like you know, if you want to help someone, you want to help somebody, okay? Just cuz you want to do it out of your own regard, unless it's work related, then you have to help them because you're at work. But just understanding that whatever energy you're putting, like making sure that it's like there's it's kind of like finding the balance between making sure that it's well received from the other parties, um and understanding that there's a way to do things where you don't have to, like some people are sensitive, as we've learned in life, like people are sensitive, and sometimes we need to understand that like not everyone receives information in the same way. So even though for you it's like I like it when people are direct with me, like just tell it to me straight. Like I don't want you to tiptoe around the issue. Some people they cannot handle that, and they need to kind of beat around the bush and like be kind of handheld into situations, and that's fine. Like at the end of the day, everyone's different, but like just know like everyone learns differently and everyone handles situations differently. So for you, it might just be like how you approach a situation, whether this is regarding relationships in your life or situations in terms of the workplace or in school, like whatever this is for you, like know that everyone has different tolerance, and just because your tolerance might be higher than others, to kind of adjust accordingly. But you can still convey the same message, just convey it in a different way. I'm also getting the sense that for some of you guys, you might have been putting a lot of effort into somebody else or into something that is not fulfilling, and it might be making you a little bit frustrated. Like, this is what I'm getting from the card. And to kind of pull back a little bit on like how much effort you're putting into something, and kind of reassessing the effort that you're putting in, and maybe we could either dial it back or put more effort into something else that is more aligned with who you are, or you're going to get more result out of it. Yeah, this is just what I'm getting. You know what, I might get a clarifier, just because like I'm so thrown in your reading right now. Like, what is happening? Okay, so you got, which I actually saw this card when I was looking through. Okay, I'm not gonna take that one. I was gonna take this one. So the Three of Plastic. So the Three of Pentacles. So yes, I do feel like this is, for most of you guys, it is like related to work or school, or just working in a team dynamic of some sorts, like working with others. Basically, other people are involved. Where the clarifier is talking about how, in order to work well with people, we do have to learn like the working styles and communication styles of others. And sometimes it does take time to just like sit down with somebody and just like communicate your working processes, and like knowing that everyone works differently. Like, I'm repeating myself, but it's the same thing. This could also kind of talk about friendships as well, because sometimes like I do see threes as friendships, or even people, just anybody in your life where there is an issue with where the energy is being allocated, and maybe communication styles. So I think if you need to have that conversation, like have it. Like in the month of June, especially in the beginning of the month, like it might be difficult, but like sometimes having those conversations is something that we need to do, even if we don't want to. Like, it's only gonna keep digging at you if you don't do that. So like have that conversation. It doesn't have to be super serious. It could just be like, hey, so like just notice, like, is everything good in terms of my communication, in terms of what do you feel about this and that. I don't know, just like, it can be kind of casual. It doesn't have to be like a really serious, like we need to talk kind of thing. But yeah, this I am feeling that this is like definitely people related. So yeah, you might be dealing with people in the month of June. You're like dealing with, I feel like you're dealing with more than one person though. I don't feel like this is one person. I feel like this is like a group of people, like a team dynamic. So in the middle of your month, you have the High Priestess, which I'm getting the sense that you're getting like, it's gonna sound like super like wishy washy. No, what's it called? Wooshy washy, or like super woo woo if you're not into this stuff. But like you're getting like psychic downloads where your intuition in the middle of the month is really kicking in, and I have a sense that whatever happens, like whatever like transpires from your beginning of the month with like the teamwork and the working dynamic, and seeing how people are like working with others, and then you start to see like in the middle of the month, you're kind of like, I'm just getting a message for myself that there needs to be something that I have to look after myself for. Sorry, I'm wording it in the worst possible way. I'm so sorry. I feel bad for like, am I butchering your pile? I'm sorry if you chose pile 3 and it's a mess. But yeah, I mean, I want to just take like the fact that like your reading in the beginning was confusing to me, and it's continuing to confuse me. So I think you are maybe going through a little bit of confusion in the month of June. You're kind of like, am I even making the right decisions? Right? So in the middle of the month, I think a tip for you would be to, once again, like, are we investing our energy in the right places? It could also mean one of those things where it's like you have those conversations and you try your best to like adapt to others, and like people do not receive it well. And I will say sometimes at that point you do have to be a little bit selfish, and you do have to look after yourself, and you have to be like, listen, I'm putting all my energy into you, and I'm putting all my energy into this project, and I'm just not getting enough ROI, return on investment, if we want to speak business. and I just feel like I could put my energy and resources and time elsewhere. So I think mid-month you are going to have to really look within yourself, and you have to follow your intuition and see if like what you're doing is worth the time and effort. And sometimes it does have to be like pulling back from something. And sometimes, you know what, sometimes if you pull back and you kind of release the need to control, beautiful things can happen. And you know what, people, sometimes you have to let people fumble. You have to let people kind of make their mistakes, and you can't control everything. And once you kind of like do that and you kind of focus more on yourself, both parties end up winning. So I would say like mid-month you might have to adjust the way you're doing things, and adjust your priorities, and adjust your energy in terms of what you're putting into. And just know that if you feel like this is something you should do, then I would go for it. I would make that decision even if it seems like you don't know what's going to happen next. And then at the end of the month you have the Two of Swords in reverse, which is talking about, like, once again, like, that's why I kind of like hinted at the decision making thing. You are making decision, definitely at the end of the month for sure. Like, where are we investing our time? And I think with the Two of Swords in reverse, and not in this image, but I think in most of the tarot readings, like, it is somebody who has a blindfold on their eyes, and they cannot see where they're aiming their swords. But that's why it's gonna be your intuition and feeling what's right with your, like, your gut, and knowing that whatever decision you make or whatever action you take, it's gonna be the right one, because it's what's gonna align to yourself and your highest good. And I'm just gonna read the card in terms of the imagery. Like, she looks a little scary. She looks a little freaky. She's dressed up like a vampire wife, I think. And I think you are going to be a little bit like scared or like nervous about making the wrong decision, because you're like, oh, if I make the wrong one, then it's going to fumble everything. And just trust yourself, okay? So have that trust and belief in yourself. Follow your gut, follow your intuition. Once again, you did get the High Priestess card, which is about like, you cannot explain everything that happens, but you know that like when something doesn't feel right, like there's a reason why it doesn't feel right, because something isn't aligned. So I would say trust your gut instinct, and whatever decision you have to make at the end of the month, it's going to be the right one. It's just going to be hard for you to do it, because you don't know exactly what's going to happen next. And that's the thing. Like, we never know what's going to happen next. Like, even though I'm doing a tarot card reading for y'all, like, at the end of the day, like, I'm reading based off the energies that we're getting now. But if you don't like what you're seeing, you can always change your energy. You can always change the outcome. It is, at the end of the day, your life. And you don't have to just accept whatever is going to happen at face value. There's always room to tweak. I obviously do believe that there is like a lot of power in the universe, and whatever happens, like, sometimes we cannot control everything, but we do have the ability to manifest what we want if we work our hardest and like really believe in it. But at the end of the day, like, it's kind of like a balance of, the universe is gonna do whatever it wants to you, and it's gonna support you in their own way, and then you're gonna do your best. And it's a thing. It can't just be like both of them just sit back and relax. So I would just say, like, have a lot of trust in your own ability to make those decisions. And at the end of the day, like, once again, sometimes you do have to pull back your energy if something you're investing a lot of time into is not bearing fruit. Okay, whatever that is for you, whether it's relationship or job or even at work. Like, sometimes you put a lot of energy into, like, putting a lot of energy into training people and whatever. At the end of the day, you gotta let them fuck up. Like, you cannot hold their hand through life. Like, people gotta fumble, and the more they fumble, sometimes the more they grow, and then it's just both parties are just improving. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for your tarot card. Sorry it came out really jumbled. Like, your reading is a jumble. And I do feel like the confusion is like a theme for the month of June for you guys. Like, it's going to be a little bit confusing and chaotic, but I think, once again, like, more than anybody else what's happening in the situation, and I think you're going to be the one that makes the final say. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so your prism card flew out. Like I didn't even shuffle it. It came out and you have the confidence card. So, yeah, like have confidence in your ability to I don't know why, but with your pile I'm getting like the sense of like your confidence to lead. I feel like you have the ability to inspire others and you have a lot of intuition and I feel like you need to reinvest in yourself, like as much as you're investing into your work, your team, whatever, people in your life. Like at the end of the day, like save some of that energy for yourself and just know that like you are completely capable of doing great things. And I think, okay, so what I'm getting is like you put so much energy into others that you forget about yourself, and you need to know that you are worthy to receive the love that you give. And you have the you need to be confident in whatever decisions you make. And sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want to make a certain decision because it's gonna rattle the cage and it's gonna step on people's toes and people are gonna get mad. You know what, at the end of the day, sometimes you do have to, you know what, she is people freaking rattled by Regina George. And I said you have to be careful with how you say things, but at the end of the day, like you cannot change who you are completely for others. But like, of course, take into consideration people are different and some people cannot handle things. But I'm not telling you to change your entire personality and how you do your life just for that one person or that group of people. Just know that like you kind of do have to stand tall sometimes. And I'm noticing that she's wearing black and this card is black, and I'm just like linking the two together as like you have to be confident even if there is adversity in your life. Don't take it as adversity, take it as maybe I can learn from this. Maybe there is truth to their criticism and it's not just like haters being there's haters hating me, sometimes there's truth behind the criticism. But of course at the end of the day, like I think you have so much ability to just do, I don't know. I just feel like with your powers, like you can do better things. Like you're kind of like I'm also getting the sense that you're kind of a big fish in a small pond, and you're kind of like, okay, I have to downgrade myself for y'all. Like, is it? Am I doing that? And I'm just gonna say like, sometimes you gotta get out of there. I don't know. I'm just getting the sense of that. Whatever this is for you, follow that intuition, because some of it's like, how much do I have to downgrade myself for you? I don't know. That sounds so bad. I get it though. I get it though. Oh, I forgot to get your love card. I was saying I feel love in your life, but I'm like, maybe my intuition's off because it's just freaking dog. Oh my god, they're naked. Okay, so let's see if you get a nice love card. I just feel like we need a bit of love in our reading. As I show naked people. I don't know. I just okay. Whoever chose Pal 3, like I think you know more than me. Like this is what I'm getting. I just feel like as much as I'm trying to give you this reading, I think in the back of your mind you know exactly what this is and you know exactly what to do. You just need a little bit of a confidence boost to push yourself through to, I guess, execute those decisions or actions. Okay, let's get some love. Okay. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So yes, you're trying to find balance in terms of like knowing that you don't have to be like a yes man to like a people pleaser just to like have everyone like you and stuff. And that's something I'm freaking learning. Like there is gonna be like no matter who you are, it doesn't matter who you are, there's gonna be people in your life that don't like you. Like, and that's fine because there are people you don't like, and that's fine. Like we don't always gotta be best friends with everybody in our life. Like there's it's just we're different. Everyone's different. Like there's people who have completely opposite morals and values from you, and vice versa. Like that's fine. And I think finding that balance is gonna be what supports the relationship. So knowing that you can always improve yourself, like there's truth behind each like remark that is made, but there's also like let's not lose ourselves. Like, are we really downgrading our whole opinion just because that person is so adamant on pushing it on you? So just know who you are and know that you can still get along with people without selling out, or selling yourself. I'm also getting the sense that you do have like a strong, like whoever chose pile 3, like you guys have a strong personality, at least in the month of June. Like you're pretty fire energy. And people can get intimidated. Like sometimes when people is like, when somebody is like their light is shining and they're glowing, like Regina George, people get intimidated and they're like, they want you to dim your light, and I don't want you to do that. Like I don't want you to like shut yourself off just because you feel like this is how I have to blend in with the group. Like you don't have to do that. You can obviously like still be a team player, but have leadership qualities, but you don't have to dim your light is what I'm getting. Okay, you also got, okay, with love, only time will tell. Okay, so I'm also getting the sense that like as much as you might have people that are like on your ass, there are people who love your confidence and they love your ability to make decisions, and they love how they love your like how sure you are of yourself. And like I don't know, I'm just getting the sense that like even though some people are like, oh you're too much, or you're kind of a lot and you're too honest, like some people love that shit. Like for me it's like if someone's like too nice to me or like too bold, like tell it to me, because sometimes like how can I improve and how can we progress our relationship if everything is just yes man, right? So some people love that somebody who's able to just like express themselves and be open and honest, and it's really attractive to not be a freaking two-faced. So yeah, only time will tell. I think somebody, if not already in your life, like someone is looking at you and is like, you know what? Like you are shining, and I love that about you. I love how you're shining. And you kind of stand out from the crowd, you know? So yeah, I think you might have a secret admirer in your reading. I'm getting a sense of like someone in your life that you might not even know, like is kind of like looking at you as like, okay. Um, Even though like some people don't like them, like I like them. Yeah. Like someone sees like your flaws as like traits they would want to possess. I don't know. Like, yeah. So you might have a secret admirer, like that's what I'm getting. Someone's like, dang. But they're scared to ask you out or like talk to you because or you might be talking to them, but they're scared to, I guess, progress the relationship because you just seem like, I don't know. You can be intimidating to people, is what I'm getting to. Yeah. But that's not your fault. It's okay. Once again, don't dim yourself completely for others. Yeah, don't. And also, like, it's hard, but like sometimes, like, don't act dumb just to like impress somebody. Like, I know I'm speaking like we're in like middle school again, where it's like, I'm so stupid. Like, can you help me? Like, sometimes I find myself doing that too. It's like sometimes I have to act like stupid. I'm not like I have to act stupid, but like sometimes I'm like I feel like I'm not really being my authentic self because I want to like match somebody's energy, so I act like I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm not smart. Trust me, like guys, I'm not like definitely not Einstein or nothing. But like sometimes I feel like I have to like pretend to be oblivious just to like kind of blend in, and like don't do that. Like at the end of the day, like don't dim your light. You can still get along with people without acting like I'm so dumb. Sometimes yeah, just to boost other people up too. Like I find that like sometimes it's like if you want to make everyone feel included and like you're kind of a people pleaser, you'll kind of like act a little bit like dumber or whatever just to be like, oh my god, you're so smart, I'm so dumb. Like, and I've done that a lot. I'm not, I've done that where it's like I've apologized for things that I didn't do because I was just like, whatever, I'll take the freaking fall because nobody else will. And I dim my own light because I'm just like, whatever. I just don't want anyone to like feel bad about themselves. Also, like, let's just all get along. But at the end of the day, no matter what you do, people gonna shit on you anyway. So just whatever. Just like do your own thing, girl. Anyways, okay, so your self-care card is I surround myself with people who really see me. So yes, once again, don't like if you've done everything you could and people still shitting on you, like you might just have haters. And I know this sounds super entitled and whatever, but like people hate you for nothing, and that's life. And I think you need to realize that you do have amazing people in your life. Like, once again, only time will tell. There is somebody in your life, or many people in your life, who are like, I love how you're confident. I love how you able to speak your truth and you're able to like make your own decisions. Like, they find that like attractive, and like regardless if they find it or not, like you have all these qualities for a reason, and I don't want you to um dumb yourself down for like fucking I mean, I don't want to sound mean, but like sometimes you meet like this is all like people that you have to work with in your life, whether it's school or work or just people that are put into one. Even if you're volunteering or whatever, you're put into a section with people. It's just kind of like, of course, you're gonna get like a bunch of personalities, but sometimes you're just kind of like, if you can find a better way to do something, there's nothing wrong with voicing that. Like, you can be like, hey, how about we do this? I feel like it'd be more productive and the workflow would be easier. So say it. Like, there's always room to improve. And you also got the card that says, I am smart. Like, I think you are smart. Wait, I'm going to read this. I am smart in both conventional and unconventional ways. Yeah, so you are actually like, I don't think you sell yourself well enough. I think you try to be humble and you try to be all like, oh, like meek and whatever, but you're not. Like, you're like, I can do so much more than this. Once again, big fish in a small pond. Wait, did I say that? I don't even know if I said that. Anyways, like, you have so much more capabilities than you give yourself credit for, and I think, don't, like, once again, like, surround yourself with people who will like lift you up and improve with you as a group, versus people who, you can only surround yourself with people who dim your light, and you feel like you have to belittle yourself just to make them feel better, because some people are insecure, and you have to be like, oh my god, I'm also ugly. Like, girl, we don't need to be all like negative all the time. We can actually celebrate our own wins and celebrate our own accomplishments. Like, and I'm gonna be really freaking honest, like, sometimes this is when you're not surrounding yourself with the proper group of supporters or like friends in your life or loved ones that are gonna be there for you, is when you accomplish somebody. Wait, what? When you accomplish somebody. Okay, we're not conquering people. Genghis Khan. No, when you accomplish something, no matter how big or small the milestone was, and you tell somebody in your life, like, hey, I actually won an award, or I actually got the promotion, oh, I got into this program, oh, I actually hit my sets for today, I upped the weight, like, whatever that is, like, whatever your accomplishment is, and the person, you can feel, and that's with the intuition card with your high priestess, you can feel that people look at you and you're like, and even whatever comes out of their mouth is whatever, but you can feel like they're not happy for you, and they're like almost waiting for your demise, like they're jealous of you, or like they're not genuinely supporting you, like they're not happy for your accomplishments, or they question your accomplishment, be like, how did you get that? Like, pretend it's like a test, like, you got a really good grade on your test, and you're like, you show your friend, but your friend did worse, and she's like, wait, you got a 90, but you're so dumb. Like, obviously they won't say that to your face, but that's how they come in across. So I feel like with certain people in your life, they are like, they aren't there to support you, like they don't, they're silent when you're at your, when you're accomplishing things or you're at your best, like they're silent, but the moment like you're down is when they're like so loud about it. Like those are the people you need to be careful about, because people will literally suck up your energy, and they will like, they will take on, they will love your demise. And I'm just telling you, like, be very careful with the people you let into your life, because the moment people are silent when you're accomplished is when you need to know that, were you ever there for me though? Like, you're not happy with I'm doing good? Like, that's crazy. So be careful with that. That's just what I'm getting. And then your last self-care card is, I am okay with who I am. I am not perfect, but I am always learning and growing. So yes, even though you are like, I believe you have a lot of confidence, and you need to try to find the balance between like, you not being cocky but also being confident in yourself. Like, just know that there is always room to improve, and you know life is a journey, and improvements happen daily. And even if like surface level people see you as somebody who has all these accomplishments and is so like sure of themselves. Like deep down, not everyone, no one's like 100% perfect, and no one ever feels like that. So just know that even though you are improving, don't forget that you're doing great, regardless. But of course, there's always room to grow. But don't downplay your accomplishments. Is like a big theme. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know. Like your reading, like I'm sorry. It's so long, but like it's so like your reading is like it started from like, refining yourself to, you know what? People hate you no matter what, so just live your life. Like I'm getting everything. I'm getting the sense of like watch your tongue, but also like don't shut the fuck up. Like I don't know. That's probably why I'm getting a really confusing vibe from your pile, because it's just kind of like finding that balance of like how we should do things is going to be the hard part. But once again, at the end of the day, like do not lose yourself in the process. Like stick to your morals and values. Don't like dumb yourself down for others. Like people pleasing is like something that's strong here, because you are so amazing. And like I just want to tell your group, like don't dim yourself. I know I said like 40 times, but like people will fucking suck your energy out, and don't like let that make you lose sleep at night or any of that, okay? Because there are people who support you and there are people who won't. And I think your job for the month of June is just to decipher like who is there for you and who isn't there for you. And like if they're not there for you, doesn't mean you have to cut people out. Sometimes you can't even do that because you're with them all the time. But like you need to maybe try to distance yourself from that energy, have that boundary up. Don't share things you don't need to share. Like keep your space, keep your space. And I think you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. I'm not trying to scare you or nothing. You also have the angel number 69, which is like interesting. I'm a child, so I'm gonna laugh at that. um, hey, maybe this was the love reading. Okay, anyways. All right. So new cycles as I tip the tripod. Accept and adapt. The natural order of things is change, and your angels are alerting you to the new cycles beginning presently. You are being encouraged to work on acceptance of what is and focus on adaptability rather than seeing this change as a setback. Repeat this mantra: I am adaptable. So, yes, there are things in your life where you're going to have to, like, once again, like, people are sensitive. Maybe you have to be a little bit more delicate to some people. Sorry, but sometimes people are snowflakes and you got to be snowflakes for them. But not all the time, find that balance and know that you can adapt. And whatever situation you're in, I think you can find the best of both. But I do feel like for some of you guys, like if you have if you do feel like you've outgrown a situation, there's nothing wrong with like finding something new, like finding a new job. If you feel like you've outgrown this company or the position, you feel like you've learned all there is to learn, like you've been here for a while, it's time to move on. And it's okay to kind of move on into greater pastures. And just know that like you're always growing, you're always learning, and like do not go backwards. So do not, once again, like do not think that like being comfortable is something that is always a good thing. Like being comfortable in a position is, and this could also talk about relationships. Like I haven't really talked about love, even though I said this was love reading. It wasn't. Sorry, intuition is off. But even in relationships, like sometimes you're comfortable with the person you're with. It's like it can kind of like you guys always need to be growing together, or else it's never gonna work. So I think kind of assessing that and where you're putting your energy and how we can improve is going to be really important, whether it's like relationship, family, friends, love, or school, or freaking work. Like how can we evolve and not devolve? Is that even a word? Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, guys, I hope this reading helped you. Yeah, you're gonna have a good month. I think you're just gonna be like in your boss girl energy, okay? Be that girl. Be that girl. Wait, what is this? Okay, be that girl. Trust me, you got this. But yeah, I'm here to support you. And you're lovely. And yeah, okay, I gotta go. I'm like losing my mind. So yes, Thank you so much. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. I also do offer private readings at the time of filming this video. Feel free to join my Discord to book me there. Otherwise, all the decks I use are going to be linked down in the description box below. I love you guys so much. So much love. I love you so much. Like, actually, like this is like my heart, but this is the amount of love that's in it. It's so big. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, what are we doing? Okay, anyways, have a wonderful month of June. I shall see you soon. And I love you so much and take care. I'll see you. Yeah, I just repeated the same thing. Okay, bye.